The Abandoned Orphan. It was the harmattan season in Umuse, a small Igbo village nestled between rolling hills and thick forest. The cold winds howled through the thatched roofs, sending children scurrying into their mothers' arms. But for young Chima, there was no warmth, no arms to hold him. Chima was only 8 years old, yet life had already left deep scars on his small frame. His parents, traders who traveled far to sell yams and palm oil, had died in a motor accident on the treacherous Enugu-Onitsha road 2 years ago. He was left in the care of his uncle, Ikedi, a man with a heart as cold as the harmattan breeze. Ikedi had taken Chima into his home not out of love, but obligation. From the moment Chima arrived, he was treated like an intruder. Each morning, long before the first cock crowed, he was woken up to fetch water from the stream, sweep the compound, and split firewood. His hands were perpetually blistered, and his small back bore the marks of Ikedi's whip whenever a task was deemed unsatisfactory. One fateful morning, as the villagers gathered at the market square, Ikedi made his move. He handed Chima a basket filled with cocoa yams and told him to sell them in the neighboring village, Uko. "Don't return without the money," he barked. Chima nodded silently and set off on the dusty road, his bare feet stinging from the cold ground. As the sun dipped low in the sky, casting long shadows over the land, Chima realized he had sold all but one cocoa yam. He clutched the single piece tightly, fearing Ikedi's wrath. When he returned home, it was dark, and the compound was eerily quiet. "Where's the money?" Ikedi growled. Chima held out the few naira notes he had earned. But it wasn't enough. Ikedi's anger exploded. He threw the basket at Chima and shouted, "You're a burden. I've had enough." That night, Chima was thrown out of the house. With nothing but the clothes on his back, he wandered into the cold, unforgiving night. The village was asleep, save for the occasional bark of a dog. Chima's tears fell freely as he made his way to the abandoned shrine of Ola, the earth goddess, on the edge of the forest. The shrine was overgrown with weeds, and the walls were cracked, but it offered shelter. As he huddled in a corner, shivering, he prayed. "Chinik, are you there? Do you see me? Please, help me." His voice broke as he sobbed himself to sleep. Morning came with a golden glow, but Chima's world remained grey. Hunger gnawed at his belly, and he was too weak to move. It was then that Nena, the village widow known for her kind heart, stumbled upon him while searching for herbs in the forest. Chima," she exclaimed, rushing to his side. Her warm hands touched his cold, frail body, and her eyes filled with tears. She carried him to her hut and fed him hot yam porridge. When Chima opened his eyes and saw Nena's face, he broke down. "Auntie Nena, Uncle Ikedi chased me away." Nena held him tightly, her heart breaking for the boy. She decided then and there to take him in, despite her own meager resources. She became the mother he had lost, giving him the love and care he had craved for so long. Over time, Chima blossomed under Nena's care. He began attending the village school, where he excelled in his studies. The villagers, moved by his story and resilience, rallied around him, providing clothes, books, and food. Years later, Chima became a teacher, returning to Umuse to educate and inspire the children of his village. He built a home for orphans like himself, ensuring no child would ever feel abandoned again. Through his trials, Chima learned the power of love, resilience, and community. And in his heart, he carried the memory of that cold harmattan night, a reminder of how far he had come.